welcome to a spirit animal message. And if tonight's your birthday, I'd like to start off by saying happy birthday. We have Owl Magic. Choose to know the truth because you can. Open your inner vision. You can see through deception. Let the past go and make room for a better life. Rise up. Magic and wisdom are your birthright. So you're able to see through deception. You're able to see through when somebody tries to lie to you or speak in a way. You can see through people. Whoever that resonates to this message. Whoever resonates to this message, you're the type of person that people attempt to, at times, to deceive you through however that could resonate. However, you have the keen senses, just like the owl, to be able to see through when someone's lying to you. And even if you can't see through it initially, say if they just have a really good mask on, your intuition, your higher mind, it's like it won't let you get away with it, basically, is a good way to put it. It's like your senses are so keen that what would normally trip up some people as far as others' behavior, that doesn't happen to you. And maybe it hadn't in the past, and that's why you're so perceptive now. Orca, whale, adventure, dare to do things differently, sing your wild song, manifest your travel dreams, attempt the great journey with confidence, be loyal, friends and family are your treasures, be brave, you are more powerful than you know. For some reason, the family pod underneath is speaking a little bit louder, and it's almost like you are about to shift the reality for your entire family. It's almost like you're about to create a reality for your family that's filled with adventure, that's filled with heightened happiness, expanded happiness, expanded joy. I see this one leaping out, and I feel like this is you, who's ever coming to this message. It's like there's a greater vision that you see for yourself, and it's slowly conceptualizing, it's incubating, it's about to burst out of your conscious. It's like you're gonna have a eureka moment. You're gonna have a moment where just things are gonna fall into place. Something's gonna make sense, and it's gonna lead to just greater forms of the good things in life, just through those just from the present moment. Somehow, naturally, you're going to shift the reality of your family. See outer happiness, be the master of playful living, release expectations and enjoy every day. Let worry go and instead choose love. Surrender to the waves, your good destiny of love is sure. And I feel like on this level, you have surrendered to just the waves. It's like surrendering to the present moment. Accepting and through this humility, understanding the balance between your professional self and the self that you hold for your family. There's this togetherness. You see partnerships, and the puffin, I think of partnership. got a Chihuahua, everybody. So you're gonna form bonds soon also, is what I'm getting. It's like you're enjoying your life with your family. Not just enjoying your life with your family, you're putting work into a greater vision, and it's not going to just affect your life, it's going to affect everybody's life. However, it's you are the leader. And that was another thing about today, is the number one as a vibration. So number one, and what is number one? Number one is the leader. Number one is like the pinnacle, when, you know, or the pathfinder, the way runner, right? The way journeyer, the person who starts something that no one else has ever started, in a way where other people are gonna come through your wisdom moving forward. Like you're the initiator in something. Okay, and we are going to go like, his name is Peanut, and he is very tired. He was playing all day long with our other dogs out in the yard, and he is just like, okay, I'm ready for bed. I don't understand. I don't really, he doesn't really think about, oh, you're doing this or doing that. He's just content being in my arms. And he's so determined. Determination is a huge energy, because I think of the leader. I think of the harmony. You know, you've been determined to stay connected to yourself, to know yourself, to know thyself. You're starting out with the Four of Cups. So we have the Four of Cups. So stagnation possibly has been an issue recently. What I feel is going on is, I see how there's these cups in the physical world, or there's things going on, and then you have this one that's not seemingly in the physical world, but more in the subconscious. And I feel like it's you perceiving something coming through for you, or you perceiving, it's like you see something coming that you cannot see, and it's a distraction, is what I think. Because this is a card of like stagnation, things not really moving forward. However, in this image, it looks like the person is just like dreaming about something, and I keep getting that visionary, that something you're bringing through. So maybe just through this, the not having the full clarity of it is causing a form of stagnation, trying to figure it out, working with spirit. And it's not stagnation in this whole way. So it's like you have outdated maybe ways of being or outdated mindsets, and that's causing the stagnation. So it's like you probably could be going a lot further, a lot faster, but there's just things that you don't know yet, and that's causing things to slow down for you. But let's see what's crossing you. It fell to the floor, but it was the Eight of Wands. I feel like you have an expectation for things to move quickly. And it's about to move a lot faster than even you thought. It's about to happen. Something the eureka, the breakthrough, what's crossing you right now is that you're connected to the universe in a way where this is you embodying your light, embodying joy, embodying bliss, embodying happiness. There's a stagnation, but that's not even who you are. This is like, and this is what the world may see, but this is the truth. And pretty soon, everyone's gonna see this, and this is like a false reality. This is like I think about how someone vibrates at something before they become it in a whole actual way, where it's perceived by the outside world in a whole actual way. And I feel like you're at this in-between space where what people see is still of this old version of you. And that version of you isn't even here anymore. It's like you've changed the channel. And what you embody, you become. So you're embodying this sun energy. That's like the embodiment of happiness, of feeling whole in your life, of feeling fulfilled in your life. To be able to confidently get up every day and work towards any success that you would want to put your energy towards. Your goal and your destiny is this Chariot with the Ten of Cups. Your destiny, your goal is to have this sudden shift. Your destiny is to have this sudden shift in your reality. And I think of this chariot, and in some chariot images, the horses don't look like they're actually going anywhere. I think of the Rider-Waite Smith decks, where the image of the tarot for the chariot, the image doesn't show like a fast moving energy, but in this case you see the white and black, and I think of white and black as 1111, because if you break down the numerical vibrations for each letter and then add the numbers in this special way, you get 11 for black and then you get 11 for white. And I actually made this connection of 1111 being a vibration of also luck. It is 92, luck 3332, which that was a weird thing I had learned. So you're locking into some form of shift, and it's because you are embodying this energy already. So it's meant for you. It was already meant for you. And it's like, I think about the chicken I think of the chicken and the egg, okay? And we always think, well, what happened first, the chicken or the egg? And of course, it's the egg, right? And I think about when we manifest something into our reality suddenly, and we don't see it until it's there. But clearly, if we reflect back, there were things happening in our universe or in our reality that were like, for the people that aren't really paying attention, some of us are so, I don't know, gifted in picking up on the subtle hints around us, and when it first starts, it feels like a curse, honestly. I remember when I started seeing numbers and ways that the universe spoke, and at first I thought I was losing my mind. And then a lot of work, of years of a bunch of work, and a journey within myself to know myself and know the versions of self outside of self, so I would know when I met a form of conflict, when it was me or another person, and to be able to, shift myself in a way where I would be in this progressive movement in my life, putting a positive pebble of progression into my existence every day in some fashion. I saw how the world will put pebbles of dissonance in your bucket of energy, in your bucket of water, I call it. Like, you're putting a positive pebble in your bucket. And I think about how, how people try to take away and diminish each other through throwing stones that aren't positive. And it's to infect your water with a dissonance. And if you pay yourself that self-respect to put a positive pebble of progression into your bucket of life every day, and for me, it's been meditation and it's been fitness, because I have a thing where, when I get frustrated, it triggers shallow breathing, and, I'll get stuck in that shallow breathing to the place of I will start forgetting how to inhale. Like, I have this panic disorder where if I let it go too far, I will start forgetting, my breathing pattern in a way that's gets really uncomfortable. So for me, and because it's an animal that has already been fed so well, that it's a form of respect to starve it on a level and feed an animal of love, which is a daily pebble of self-love and self-respect, which, because I know I have my stuff that has to meet up with other people's stuff, meditating helps me meet people in the middle easier, knowing that we all have stuff that we're all dealing with on the inside that maybe we're not exactly showing, because we're all about this, do what we got to do to keep our families going. And, so often we have to, on this level, fall blind to the external world just to, keep the focus and attention to what's the priority, which really we should always keep ourselves, and not to speak in a selfish way. We should take care of ourselves first, because we cannot take care of others if we are not taking care of ourselves. And it's easy for us to forget to take care of ourselves, because I think about this a single day. There's only so much time in a single day. And I feel like you're going to put more, you're going to have more adventure in your life within a single day. And 9 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So in the distant past, you did start something already that's it was passionate. There was a passionate sparked. It was action steps that were sparked through moments of blissful passion, right? That triggered more of this creative, expansive energy that the wands hold, I feel. And then we have the Strength card with the Fool. So following this Ace in the more recent past, you stayed strong on a new beginning, that you yourself had moments where you felt like you weren't sure if it was a foolish decision to keep going. You know, the energy and the momentum surrounding it just seemed probably for it. Obviously, it just seems like the universe is working with you in this way. And then moving into the future. So moving into the future, there's this grounded feminine energy. So you're grounding, you have a very grounded feminine energy surrounding you. And this could be you moving into the future. This is like a future influence. I just wanted to... So, nurturing, I feel this is you being grounded in your femininity. And this could be a man who is in tune with himself in a way where, because I don't see in gender, this isn't about gender, but this is about being self-nurturing. Okay, this is what this is. It's like you're able to nurture yourself in a way where, I think of the coins. It's like you're solidly grounded into a routine. Okay, this makes more sense. So you're sharing, you're able to share resources with other people. You see this 5 of coins, and there's this hand, and this person, it looks like the divine itself is handing out money, right? And I think of how the more we receive, the more we can give, or the more we give, the more we receive. It's a two-way street, right? The more we receive, the more you can give. And I feel like moving into your future, you're going to be able to give in a way where you had received in some fashion. I think in life, I think about how even in our darker moments, how we luck into a way through it, right? It's like if you look back on a situation where you had to deal with something, the steps that you took to get through it almost shifted you in a way where if that hadn't happened, you would have been stuck on that other timeline, not had shifted out. And it's almost through sometimes breakdowns or breakthroughs into who we truly are. And I feel like that's what's happened. You've broke down until you broke through, and now you've already broken, you've had this breakthrough within yourself, and now it's about to manifest in your physical reality. And in the future, you're able to give to people, and not in an overly giving way, because in a way that's in balance. Not sure. So that happened. Oh. That wasn't the right card. It fell off on the floor. So I see we have the 6 of coins, which is this progressive energy. It's momentum moving forward. This is balance. Yeah, that's 6. So you're sharing, moving into the future. This is you able to share your resources. I think of the Libra scale. So I think of how progressing from here, how you're generally embodying is this embodiment of balance. Like you're truly in this embodiment of balance. This is also the card of like an unexpected gift or an unexpected inheritance, an unexpected form of income that shifts your reality, which has been sort of this subtle hint within the reading that there's like this inheritance or some form of abundance, like a gift that is entering your life, which is bringing this balance into your reality. And it's not even it wouldn't even be attached to all the work that you've been already doing. This is something like a surprise. And in your environment, is this hard-working energy. You're hard at work. Learning. And I think of the chandelier over his head. And I think of the flame as, I think of when we look at a flame and how it's I just want to leave that there for a second. Something you've been studying or something you've been practicing, something that you've been working on regularly, I feel like that suddenly is going to take off. And you've been, I think of back at the beginning when I was thinking of something being conceptualized and then this incubation process, which is still the work being put in. And then suddenly it's like you break through and you level up through work you're putting in. Because, baby, I always think about how when you're putting in work at something, it doesn't matter what it is, baby steps add up. And the more baby steps you make, the better it is. So, inner emotions moving forward. How is it that you're going to be feeling in your life after this shift? Once this happens, moving forward, what is a vibration that will make sense? You're feeling victorious. You're feeling like you've successfully manifested your dreams, your goals into reality. Working with, working on yourself in this way. You're just so proud of yourself. You feel that success. You feel that victory. And it's moving into the future, this is what you're embodying. This satisfaction, this unbelievable gratitude. You're successful. You're like party time. Seriously. You're and then where is this? How is the momentum moving forward? Wow. The momentum moving forward beyond is this Nine of Cups, which the Nine of Cups represents this wish fulfillment. And I think about how this is the momentum moving forward in your life as the last card. Once the shift of what is coming in for you happens and you're feeling all this victory, you're feeling the success in your life, your progression moving forward, what you're embodying moment to moment after this is this energy where you can make all your wishes come true. You can make all your dreams come true. Anything that you would want to work on. And I feel like there's a reason why gifts like this are given by the universe. It's because you have value to add in this world, and through this gift that the universe is sending for you, it's to give you a stronger foundation for you to stand on, to be yourself even more than you already are. I think of this meditation that I actually created myself of putting myself on an elevator. And they always say, if you want to be like rich in some way, let's say it's money and you want to be rich, sometimes when people get money suddenly, they lose it all just as fast as they got it. And I think about how it's because they weren't in vibration of it, and they did somehow manage to be successful and win it. However, because they weren't in vibration of it, it was like it came in and out of their life just as quickly because they hadn't cleared their systems. They hadn't worked with themselves in this way, so that once they received something like that they were able to sustain it. And there was this meditation I made once of me putting myself on an elevator. And on the elevator, I labeled in the visuals, different forms of embodiments as far as money. And I would push the button based on what I felt like I was capable, my highest capacity, what I felt I was capable of in my greatest state, right? And I press the button, and as the elevator rises, I'm envisioning myself changing before the shift happens. So say if you wanted to, be a millionaire, the meditation I would do, it was to shift me on the inside, to give me the embodiment of it before becoming it, so that way I'm in resonance to it versus, a forced will of law of attraction, and then for it to come and then just as easily be blown out of my life. So it was like for me to be that capacity, whether I got, a sudden windfall or not, daily progress, excuse my sneeze, helped me and I just think about that meditation and how that's something people speak of, is being in resonance to something before it happens, because it is who you are already. And let's pull some more spirit animals and just see what. And I think about the planets. If anyone follows astrology, which I do, there is, like, I don't know, I can't remember exactly, but there was this highlight of, people receiving divine gifts according to what they were in resonance of. So, frog, adapt and survive by accepting the inevitable and seizing potential. So I think of, this is the symbol of prosperity and a leap, a leveling up. And that has been a highlight to this is not the first reading recently where there is this consistency surrounding a leveling up within the collective. Boar, wild boar, whatever tradition or others expect it of you, only to yourself be true. And I think about this boar. There was something about this the other day when I was reading about the boar. Can't remember what it is now. I just think about that adaptability that creatures hold within their surroundings. Okay, well, that's not. So, let's see. We'll do a moon card just to see. If there's any last tip from the moon. Look, beautiful moon. We already have the sun with us. So we have the power of the sun here on the table. Because the sun is crossing you, the energy of light, your inner light is what you're embodying. Main character energy. Main character energy. You're embodying the main character version of yourself. And it's like people don't see it yet. People see you in this like stuck, stagnant space, and that's not even where you are anymore. That's just like an old programming still phasing itself out, basically. And when everybody sees it, it's gonna be a shock to you and to everyone else, but not in a whole way to you, because you're feeling it now. You're feeling this already in some fashion, however this resonates. Balance and spirituality and practicality. And I see this Pisces. So full moon in Pisces. So full moon. Parts of yourself being revealed. Parts of yourself that were maybe more in this like illusionary. It was like the world had you perceiving yourself through projections at one point, is what I would imagine that is. And it's like right now you're moving into this, that's what you're letting go of. You're letting go of the deception. You're letting go of the false truths. You're letting go of the illusions in the way of you're seeing clearly and your self-acceptance. I feel like, so my phone had ran out of storage space there for the ending of this, so I'm gonna do my best and edit the video together. We're gonna pull one of the cards from the 42 Ideals of Ma'at in Daily Life as a way to close this reading. I was thinking of creating my meditations and releasing them so other people can see if the meditations that I've used for myself help them in any way. So, I do good. I do good. Excuse me, but okay. So we have I do good, which is one of the 42 ideals of Ma'at in daily life. $34, which is 7. Oh my God. The today, while I was receiving a lot of numbers, well, these two specific numbers, and it led to me getting to the number 7, which this is 34, which is 7, and it had spoke of the law of 1. And so it's just been a number that's been speaking today is the number 7, along with 42 and 24, as well as 12 and 6. In physics, the conservation of energy means that energy can neither be created nor destroyed. It can only be transformed from one form to another. Emotional gradients gradually fade in and out of consciousness, depending on what lesson life leads us through and how the mind makes sense of the mysteries of the phenomenal world. Laughter, tears, and orgasm are all ecstatic releases in their own right. Coordinates of consciousness rooted in the heart center, happiness as the effervescence within the heart space is so special because when life shows us contrast, sense memories remind us that although what comes up must go down, melancholia's monotony can transform if we recall the power of a smile when things appear to go south. The nebulous of emotion and how energy is conserved can present a challenge when attempting to do good in every effort, especially if you are looking to live in alignment with this particular ideal. The nebulous notion of good is often subjective, a construct of culture and imagination, and what truly defines something as the antithesis of bad can be theorized to be the energy behind action. An energy is something that cannot be created but rather cultivated, transformed. We empower the invisible world by embodying heart-based emotions in our actions, reactions, choices, and connections. Good as a primary option is an offering or an articulation of the way of kind deeds, warm words, and devotion to being the best possible person you can be. The etymology of gospel finds its truest root in the Greek word euangelion, meaning good news. An ancient tradition spoke of the most sacred actions and greatest stories of all time, from lip to ear. Good books, which spread good news, allow words to exist in three-dimensional objects, so that the testimonies of history and the accounts of the great mysteries can be studied and observed. Goodness embodied allows for an existence which is history in motion. Emotion expressed in the highest form, energy transformed into a testimony of a life lived in alignment with loving kindness and a conservation of affection to cause and effect to a world in need. With every deed done, time becomes dented with dignity. Human hearts expand further away from density, and the light of the earth shines brighter than before. That was really beautiful. So I'm just going to end it with, you're on a path of your true purpose. You're on the path of your true self. You are embodying your true self. You are embodying the main character of yourself. And I am just going to leave it there with congratulations and good luck on your journeys, because the camera keeps kind of going wonky on me. So I'm just going to say, have a beautiful life and congratulations on the gift that's being sent to your reality, because you're already embodying this gift. So it's who you are. It's you remembering who you are.